I'm Ellie Taylor and this is Back Your Body, the podcast from Holland Barrett that's all about the most loyal relationship you'll ever have. Yep, the one you have with your body. From scars to self-care, the bits you love, the bits you've learned to love. This is a conversation about how you look after your body and how your body looks after you. Now, today's guest, he's a comedy genius who's built a huge following with his hilarious street interviews and his take on everyday life. And this month, his legs are officially sponsored by Holland Barrett. Yes, his legs. And I get to spend time with them and him. It's Luke Vernon.
Thank you. Oh, such a warm welcome. Thank you. Appreciate it. I might come here more often.
That was just for your legs.
Say Thursdays. I'll come back next Thursday.
I'm intrigued. What is going on with the legs? Why are they being sponsored?
I'll be honest. Listen, I've never been like a huge fan of my legs. I've always had naturally skinny, long legs. Yeah. So I've always thought like keep them away. Always wear long trousers. And then when I've been approached to put them out there and model for them in a shop window.
And that's why you're in Speedos today.
Yeah. I took up the opportunity and actually looking back at the photos and the videos, I think I've been very harsh on myself. They don't look as bad as I thought. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, have you ever thought you'd be a leg model before?
Never. Then? When I told my friends, I've grew up throughout the years, like getting injuries, not being able to train legs properly, like throughout my whole life. And when I told them that I'm now modeling my legs, they were like, wait, I should stop doing leg day then if you're starting to model my legs, I need to stop doing leg day.
Do you go to the gym a lot then?
I have done over the years.
Yeah.
Recently, I'm currently holding a major injury in my leg at the moment, so it's a bit difficult at the moment, but I'm going through physio to work back up to that, so yeah.
Okay. No high rocks for you yet then?
I had to cancel it.
Do you know?
I booked it. I actually booked to do high rocks in May and I've had to cancel it because it's stupid pain.
High rocks sounds so awful.
Yeah, vile. I'm quite happy I got an injury because I'm like, why did I sign up
think your
to this?
leg knows exactly what it's doing.
Maybe I'm faking
very
it.
Clever.
You know what I mean? Maybe I'm faking it.
Do people talk about wellness with you on the streets? And has anyone given you sort of said that they do anything particularly weird themselves? Do they drink, I don't know, cow urine?
Cow urine?
Yeah, that's actually what I'm having right now. No, it's not. I'm having my first kombucha today.
Yeah, I haven't had a kombucha yet. What flavour is yours?
Ginger and pineapple.
I've got cucumber mint. A mint flavour. I was about to read flavour. So this is going to be my first time trying it.
Have a go.
I literally drink water all the time. That is my thing. So
so healthy. That's why.
This is my kombucha. How do you say it?
Kombucha.
Kombucha?
I don't know.
First time. Let's go. Oh, I actually like the cucumber mint. Yeah.
But anyway, kombucha aside.
No, I like that though. That could be my new drink.
You're quite a fast talker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm imagining you're quite a fast thinker as well. Do you ever find that you need to sort of wind down a little bit? And do you have any ways that you sort of implement to do that?
Yeah, I'm really bad. My brain is non-stop. So I have recordings of me talking in my sleep.
Oh.
I've actually woke up before I was doing social media. I was an actor.
Yeah.
And I was having an audition and I woke myself up mid practicing my audition in the middle of my room. And my ex-girlfriend at the time was like, Luke, you're asleep. And I was like, no, I'm not. And then I woke up and I like really like started to like carry on, like as if like I'm meaning to do it.
She's improving with you.
I was just like, no, I'm practicing my lines. But yeah, my brain never shuts off. It's just always constant.
Is there anything that helps it be quiet? Do you do any sort of mindfulness?
Yeah, the way I'd have to do it, if I'd have to make sure that like an hour before bed, no phone, no TV, no eating a few hours before as well. So just making sure that like I'm trying to just shut down my body so it can actually sleep.
I have really like hippy dippy music that I put on that it feels like I'm having like a massage.
Yeah.
My daughter calls it fairy music, and that's what and that really helps me fall asleep like straight away.
Oh no, I'm good at sleeping.
Oh, okay.
It's just the fact that I know that my brain is non-stop.
Right.
So as soon as I wake up, I'm already thinking about things or like
when you've got a big project on, I find it really runs through your brain. Like I did Strictly a few years ago, and it was like what you were saying about the audition. I would wake and I would just be thinking of the music the whole time, and it was just constantly running in my head, and I was doing the steps. You wouldn't have known because I was absolutely awful, but my brain was working very hard at it, I tell you. So Luke, going a bit deeper, what's a bit of your body that you've struggled with and why?
I've always, when I was younger, I wouldn't say I was a bit on the chubbier side, but it was also my growing. So I grew really quickly, and I got loads of stretch marks, which kind of looked like lion claws.
Yeah.
So I might have to get like a lion tattoo with a claw or something to like match it. But literally, I got these big, long stretch marks over my chest, and I've always been like fairly strong on chest in the gym anyway, or like if I do press ups and stuff. But naturally, I think going through life, I've always tried to keep a t-shirt on because I'm very conscious of them stretch marks on my chest.
Yeah,
they're quite like red and like deep, but it's just literally from growing and putting on a tiny bit of weight.
That's interesting. I've never heard a guy talk about stretch marks before. I know a lot of women have, especially when put on a lot of weight and lose it quickly with the baby, that sort of thing. I hadn't even thought about a bloke being self-conscious.
We have these thoughts
too. Things too?
Yeah, we feel things.
This is incredible. Do you feel like you've got sort of I don't know, have you made peace with that as you've got older?
Yeah, I've made a lot more peace with it. Obviously, if I go on holiday, I'm not going to be wearing a t-shirt or a vest or something like that. So but naturally, I think like even if I was in the greatest shape that I was very happy with, I don't think that's something I'd still post online.
Sure.
I just think that that's just something I keep away from social media. And maybe that's just because of how I've grew up and how I've thought about my body and stuff like that.
You are a tall lad. How tall are you?
I am tall, yeah. I'm 6'3".
Oh, Christ. Is your son a little lank?
Oh,
already?
Yeah, he's huge.
Is he?
He's only 4 and he's like the tallest in his preschool. I took him rock climbing the other day, and by the way, he got to the very top.
With one step.
He got to the very top, pressed the button, and everybody in the place was like cheering him on. And they were like, how old is he? And I was like, 4. They're like, 4?
Whoa!
I was like, yeah, he's a little adrenaline junkie like his dad. But yeah, he's so tall. He's so strong as well. Like even when I goes to his jiu-jitsu class as well, and there's kids that are like a couple of years older than him, and he's like as taller than them, or if not taller than them.
Do you find that you sort of think about wellness more around your child? Like I think to try
so
and work
much more
out in front of them, I think is a good thing that they see you moving your body.
Yeah. So like he's came in and I've got the yoga mat out and I'm like doing sit-ups or something. He's like, what are you doing, Dad? And I'm like, I'm just doing some sit-ups. And then he comes and like tries and does it with me. Or if I'm in the garden doing pull-ups, he comes and does some pull-ups. Yeah, I think it's since having a son, I've been very conscious of the foods that I give him. Like if you offer him a sweet, he turns around and says, oh no, they're for adults.
You've brainwashed him.
I'm not brainwashed him.
What?
I just don't want to be giving my child sweets. Like, it's just like, yes, you can have treats. He likes chocolate.
Yeah.
He loves this. If you ask him what he wants for pudding, he'll literally say, oh, Daddy, can I have bananas, grapes, blueberries, and maybe some yogurt?
Oh my God.
So
do you know, my daughter asked my daughter once what she wanted for pudding, and she went, butter. Just a lump of butter. That's how I raise my children.
If I offered him some cheese, he'd take some cheese. But yeah, he's a very healthy kid. And I think the way that he sees me eat, obviously he eats as well. His mum's very healthy as well. So I think it's since having him, I've definitely been way more health
You're
conscious.
very mindful, I think, of what you put in your body by the sounds, because you're vegan. You really think about everything. Mm-hmm. We were just talking earlier, there was some medication for hay fever. You're talking about you wanted to make sure there was no lactose in it. Mm-hmm. You're not like a little, a part-time vegan. That's like full on, man.
Yeah.
How long has that been in your life?
Yeah, so I haven't ate meat since 2014, and vegan since around about 2017.
Wow.
Yeah, so I ate fish for like for them few years, and then cut that out. And then it's been a long time. But what helped is my best friend is actually vegan.
Great.
And he's a vegan chef.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, so once he started showing me about foods and the certain things that you can put in your body and how to make really nice tasting vegan food, because that was the one thing he wanted to do. He's got a Caribbean background and he's been brought up on all them flavors and spices, and he just didn't want bland tasting foods. So he created his brand Culture, and it took off, and it's been a lot of help for me, and obviously a lot of help for him.
Have you found that there's been much more variety over the past 5 years? I'd say it's really sort of taken off.
Yeah. There's been so much more variety. Even when you go to restaurants, it's now so much easier to see the VE signs and get some decent foods. When I'm at home and I'm cooking for myself, I try to have as much whole foods as possible.
Right.
So I don't tend to have a lot of processed foods.
Yeah.
But obviously, if I'm out in a restaurant and stuff and it's the option out there, then I'll take whichever is available, really.
Now, you sound like a little angel in regards to how you treat your body.
Yeah.
But then you must have a bad health habit.
Yeah, of course.
Tell me then, what would your friends say is like your bad health habit?
I do have a sweet tooth.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you say blueberries.
I have good. No. I have good teeth. But honestly, growing up, these should not be here. I would each Weetabix. If I had a Weetabix, would you say Weetabix?
I've never heard it in its singular form, but I enjoy that
Weetabix,
very much.
but as one, Weetabix. Yeah.
Lovely stuff.
Each Weetabix, I would have one. It's not called a tablespoon, but the bigger spoon, yeah?
Oh, right.
The breakfasty spoon.
Yeah,
the dessert spoon.
Yeah.
1 tablespoon of sugar for each Weetabix.
That's making my mouth water. That sounds absolutely wonderful. I used to do golden syrup on Weetabix.
Oh, anything. So I do have a bit of a sweet tooth as well. So like, obviously being vegan now, chocolate is not the same.
No.
I'll just be straight up honest.
I've never tried vegan chocolate.
There's some decent ones out there. As a vegan, sometimes you just have to accept there's certain things that are just not going to be the same. Like vegan cheese, it's just you just gotta accept that you're not getting that in. Like just leave it. Like don't even get that taste back. Just ignore it.
It's gone.
You're missing it. You're missing out. You're missing out.
So you've been vegan for about 10 years.
Yeah.
Do you think you've got to know your body better over the last 10 years? What do you wish you knew 10 years ago about your body?
I wish I just knew about like doing things in moderation. Growing up, I would eat meat like three times a day. Sometimes it would be like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And if my brain could disassociate now, I would go back to having certain foods sometimes a week, but not all the time. And I think just learning about your body, learning about the things that you put into your body, just doing things in moderation. Like, yes, you can have like pizza or you can have sweets or chocolate, but it's just about making sure you're not doing that every single day.
Yeah.
Putting loads of badness in your body. You still want to put as much goodness in your body as possible.
It's like we've become our parents, isn't it? And you suddenly, all the stuff that you tell your kids, you're like, oh, I actually need to implement in that in my life.
Yes.
How irritating.
Yeah. You can't be a hypocrite.
No.
The amount of times my mum would be like telling me stuff and I'd be like, and now I'm doing the same to my son. I'm like, it's just a vicious circle, isn't it?
I found myself saying the other day to my daughter, just, stuff you come out with, you're like, I am my parents. I came out with, I can't wait to come round to your house and get crumbs all over your floor.
Oh, yeah. I can't. I said to my son, like, I can't wait for you to have a child. And I just sit back and laugh.
Yeah.
And like, just, my dad does it now. So my dad comes round and he just like plays him up. So like, they'll just be like play fighting or like just makes a mess. And he's like, yeah, I can go.
Yeah, bye.
And I'm just looking at them like, nah. And I hate that I have to sometimes be the bad guy. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, because all you want to be really is the
you want
to
be fun guy all the time,
all the time.
You?
But ultimately, you've got to set that boundary sometimes.
You do. Now, we're talking about bodies in general. Do you have a particular scar on your body that's memorable?
Yes, it's faded away a lot now. But I say I was an adrenaline junkie kid, and still am. I was riding on my bike once, and you know them trees that like dangle down?
Yeah.
And you can some people like run through them. I went through them on my bike and my bike come out and I never had it wrapped around my ear.
Oh.
And it actually like teared my ear. So my ear was hanging off, but I had no clue. And the people I was with, it was my brother's ex-girlfriend at the time. And we was going back to her house and they was trying to like keep me calm. And I was fine. I was absolutely fine. Had no clue. We drove back. And then her mum opened the door and just screamed.
God.
Just absolutely
screamed. Why is your ear on your shoulder?
Yeah, she's like, your ear's hanging off. And I was like, And literally I felt it, saw blood. And then suddenly, from like a 5-minute bike ride, I've been absolutely fine. Like I thought it was like a little scratch.
Yeah.
I ended up having to be put to sleep, have my ear sewed back on. And that's a
good story.
It is a good story. And I used then when I was going through school, I think it was just me as a person. I would just disassociate from people talking at times because it was if something doesn't interest me, I just find it hard to concentrate. So my mum had to take me to go and get my ears checked. I had to then be moved to the front of the classroom to actually like listen or hear the teachers. But yeah, I thought I was going deaf in my ear, but no, they said my ears were absolutely
You're
fine.
just bored.
It was just, there were certain lessons I could listen to, anything physical, anything like proactive, like I was in there. When I had to sit down and be silent, it was so bad for me. I just really couldn't. Yeah,
but that's why you've made a job out of talking to people.
Yes,
right?
exactly. And I think, and that's one thing I find hard with certain schools. I just feel like my school didn't have enough of that for me. Do you know what I mean? They got rid of drama the year that I wanted to pick it, and it was just very like sit still, be quiet, and do stuff. And that wasn't for me. Clearly wasn't. And I wish. I'm happy where I'm at now, but I had to find that for myself.
Do you think human connection is important for you, wellness-wise, happiness-wise?
100%. Yeah, like even when I talk to people on the streets, there'll be times where I've been talking to somebody for like 15 minutes, and obviously it's either recorded, it's not recorded, and all I'm doing is putting a little snippet up online.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I love getting to know people and love talking to people. It's what gives me a purpose.
Yeah. Do you think there's one thing that you've done that your body's particularly grateful for?
One thing that I've done that my body's particularly.
Do you think being
grateful
vegan,
for.
perhaps?
Yeah, being vegan's one of them. Like working out, there's been another one. Yeah, just actually being mindful what I put into my body. At times it's very grateful for like pizzas and snacks and stuff. But let's be honest, when I wake up in the morning and I go to a certain room in my house and I'm there for half an hour, then yeah, it's not very grateful, is it? It's not very grateful at all. But I think, I'm very proud of that.
Especially when you've had all those Weetabix.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
What's one small daily thing that you do to keep your body out of trouble? Are you into like supplements?
Yeah, so Multivits are great. I love Multivit gummies. They taste nice as well, don't they? So that's something.
Little Peppa Pig ones, yeah.
They're Peppa Pigs. They are vegan. They're great. I had a whole bag of them the other day. Multivits are great. If I'm gymming, I always have some creatine before the gym as well.
Everyone is banging on about creatine at the moment.
Yeah, I've to be honest, it's the only thing that I've taken for years. I've always been on and off with protein powder.
Yeah.
But when it comes to creatine, I find it helps me keep the endurance to go through the session and stuff.
So we talk about supplements. Do you do any do you do daily exercise? Maybe you won't go to the gym every day, but do you do daily stretching?
So it'd be I always tend to go for a walk. So walking, you want to try and get your 10,000 steps in at least, don't you? So
do you do 10,000?
Most of the time. So most of the time, if I'm with my son, yeah, he's so hyperactive. So like we go everywhere. Every time we go to a park, we'll always like explore the park first.
Yeah.
I mean, getting his steps in.
Yeah.
And then we go around like the swings and the play park.
You'll
and stuff.
walk them anywhere to make them sleep. The little.
Yeah. No, but he's great at sleeping.
Is he?
He's a really good sleeper. He's like
literally. You and your son. Oh, he eats blueberries.
No,
he sleeps
he's great.
Well.
He's so good. Like you get him in the bath by 7. Is you getting him ready for bed by like 7:30, 8ish latest, and he will literally just sleep through until like 7, 8 o'clock sometimes.
Oh my
gosh. Like he's doing a 12 hours.
Are you waking him up like to get ready for the day?
Only if we're busy. If we're not busy, I'm just waiting for him to wake up and get me some more sleep.
Do you get up earlier than him? That's what really drives me mad is when you see things online. It's like, oh, the things I do before my toddler wakes up. And
yeah,
I'm like,
that's not me.
There's no time.
My son will speak on the monitor sometimes, and he will go, "Daddy, is it wake time?" And I look at the time and I'm like, "No, go back to bed." And he goes, okay. And he lies back down, and sometimes he'll go to sleep for a long time, or sometimes he's speaking again, "Daddy, I can't sleep."
I love that when you become like God to your parents, you can decide what time, like you are time.
Yeah, he has no clue what time. He has no idea how long 1 minute is yet.
Mm-mm.
Like lately, he's asking me how long until we get somewhere, and I'm having to say like, "Oh, it's 1 Bluey episode,
yes,
Luann,"
exactly.
or it's 2 Bluey episodes, and he's like, "Oh, that's long, Daddy."
Well, it's good when I moved my daughter's birthday a few times when she was little. When I was working.
You've moved it?
Yeah, I told her birthday was a different day because I was working on her birthday. It wasn't convenient. So I moved it, although I did it one too many times. And she was like, at school, it was this date. And now you've said it's this date. And I'm like, look, there's a squirrel. Like she was a bit too old, so I can't do it anymore. But it's very handy. So you talked about your son sleeping really well. How do you sleep?
Yeah, I can sleep really well. The only problem I find at the moment is I find it hard to go to sleep early.
Right.
So as soon as I am sleeping, I'm good.
Sure.
I can sleep, but it's just a fact of trying to wind down. But it's my own problem because it's the things that I keep my brain occupied before I go to sleep.
So
if
we're
I'm
talking you
watching,
sitting on the telly, finding it hard
so
to actually get to
I'm a
bed?
gamer. I like to play games.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an issue.
Oh, it's an issue.
issue.
Oh, okay.
I can I am that person that can I can turn it on at let's say 8 p.m. and sometimes I'm still there at 8 a.m.
No,
Yeah,
you're
it's
not.
a problem. But I'm good at gaming. I'm good.
What are you
and
doing?
I
What
love
are you
to
playing?
win. I play FIFA. I play Call of Duty, Gears of War.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it can be an issue. So that's what. But I only do that if I've got nothing to do the next day, obviously.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I tend to play games a bit too late. But
Do
when
you-
I'm in my routine, I'm very strict on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So it's just about trying to make sure that I can get my gaming in when I want to. I'm making sure I'm going to bed early, and I'm making sure I'm getting my gym in, etc., etc., etc.
Do you do the whole phone not in your room? Do you read before bed?
When I first started social media, that was one of the best things I could have
Yeah.
done for myself. I was getting up every single day for a year at 5 a.m. I left my phone outside of the room. The alarm would go off outside of the room, which meant I had to get up to go and get it. Once you're up, you're obviously a lot more awake. And then I'd brush my teeth, get ready for the gym, go to the gym, and then get back, record content, edit content. And I was just on it for a year.
Yeah.
And that's why I see the profile that I built up where I got to was because obviously I was putting the work in.
Crikey. But you don't do that anymore.
Oh no! I got to a good stage, and I was like, 5 a.m.s every day was not. It wasn't for me.
No.
But it was nice to know that I can do that, and sometimes when I feel like I'm slipping off a lot, I go back to doing stuff like that.
So, what is the best advice about your body that you've ever been given?
To love it. Like literally to love it, like treat your body as like your partner, because he's your partner in crime, isn't it? So don't just be putting horrible things into your body all the time, and love your body as much as you want to be loved.
I think that you really begin to understand that as you get older, don't you?
Yeah,
you really, really do.
Yeah, once you start getting aches and pains, and you're just thinking like, oh, I wish I'd done this when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My back, man. I say things like my back. That's where I'm at. I'm just sleeping.
It's getting to that stage now where my son always wants to play on the floor or get into small spaces.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just even when I'm crawling around soft play with him, and I'm just like,
oh God,
how did I do this as a kid?
Especially as if you're 6'3" trying to clamber into a
them little things
play.
and going down them stupid slides that go around this, and I'm shuffling down, and I just can't get. Oh yeah, horrible.
I ripped my calf muscle out of soft play.
You ripped your calf muscle.
Ended up in crutches in a moon boot. That's how athletic I am. That's how fit I am.
Soft play is
I got
dangerous.
destroyed by soft play. Very humbling experience, I must tell you. Right, let's get to some science now. With so much information floating around now about supplements, health and well-being, we think it's great to hear from someone who really knows what they're talking about. So let's see what our very own science specialist, Patille, has for us today.
Hello and welcome to the Back Your Body Science Break. I'm Patille Madaghjian, H&B Science Specialist, and this week I'm looking at ashwagandha. Now, ashwagandha literally translates to smell of horse. Not the most glamorous start, but stay with me, because when it comes to the research around ashwagandha and its impact on stress and testosterone, it's a whole lot more impressive. In clinical trials, ashwagandha root extract, taken at around 400 to 600 milligrams a day for 8 weeks, has been associated with increased testosterone levels in healthy men. Here, it's important to note that we are not talking about men with a clinical deficiency. These are healthy adults. The theory behind why this might be happening is incredibly fascinating, so let's dig a little deeper. Ashwagandha is what we call an adaptogen, which essentially means that it may help the body respond to stress. When cortisol, the stress hormone, is consistently elevated, it can interfere with testosterone production. So, by potentially helping your stress response find balance, ashwagandha may support the conditions for healthy testosterone production. Subtle, but important. In a nutshell then, ashwagandha isn't directly boosting testosterone. But by helping your body respond better to stress, the knock-on effect may be a positive one. When it comes to what you're looking for, the key active compounds in ashwagandha are called withanolides. So, a good quality extract will contain meaningful levels of withanolides, and you'll find it in capsule or powder form. Now, as ever, foundations first. Sleep, recovery, nutrition. Always. But if those are all in place, ashwagandha may sit alongside them as additional support. Riveting, fascinating. I'll see you next time, science fans.
Thanks, Patille. Always great to hear the insight from an expert. And now, Luke, it's time for the stack. Quick questions, quick answers, no overthinking.
Okay.
Are you ready?
No, but yeah.
Stop umming. There's no time for ums. Right, prep yourself. Here we go.
Let's go.
What time does your alarm go off?
8 p.m. a.m. It's the a.m.
At least it's not 5 a.m. anymore. What's the one supplement you couldn't live without?
Multivitamins.
Lovely stuff. What's the last thing you do before you go to sleep?
Turn off the TV.
Vitamins, morning or night?
Morning.
Morning. Phone in the bedroom?
Yes, now, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. What exercise do you secretly hate but keep doing?
Oh, sit-ups, anything to do with core.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, I just want to be fat and happy, man. Just keep my dad bod. You know what I mean?
Olive oil or butter?
Olive oil.
Of course. Is there something you eat that other people would find weird?
Something I eat that other people find weird? I don't think so. However, the other day I had, for the first time, a rice cake with peanut butter and jam, strawberry jam.
That's not weird. That's incredibly normal.
It was really nice, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it's really
that's not a secret.
Is that what peanut butter and jelly is in America?
Yes!
Yeah, I've been missing out. I've been missing out.
You're like, guys, I've got this incredible new creation. You got to hear this. Sorry, yeah. You're
when I
behind the
wasn't
times.
vegan, though, cheese and jam, that was great.
Cheese and jam.
Cheese and jam, yeah.
My daughter likes that. That's from Bluey, cheese and jam. They have that there. This isn't quick fire anymore. Sorry. Right. Therapy, yes or no?
Yes.
Or, yes. Or very yes. Okay.
You said quick fire.
Yes. Biggest kitchen icon, kettle, air fryer or slow cooker?
Oh, air fryer. Come on.
Lovely, yeah. What's your grossest bodily habit? You don't have to answer.
Hay fever.
Hay fever.
Yeah, my snot can just, if I laugh sometimes, it just drops. It just comes out. Or I could just be sitting here and it just literally on my lap.
That was an impassioned answer. What's your secret to a good night's sleep?
A secret to a good night's sleep, making sure there's no electronics before, at least 2 hours before bed.
Which you don't do because you're too busy gaming. Oh, Luke, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been lovely to have a chat. Thank you very much.
It's not over yet, is it?
Yeah, it's it.
Oh,
sorry. Do you want to ask me some questions?
Yeah, should we just go and carry on after this? You know what I mean?
More about creatine.
Let's take the mics
and our kombuchas.
Oh yes, and our kombuchas. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Luke. Now, if this episode's made you think a bit more about your own body, how you treat it, how you listen to it, then we're right on track, aren't we? Hit subscribe and join us every Thursday wherever you get your podcasts.